Today is National Beer Pong Day, David. Are you ready to play the SLCC Dry Campus version of Beer Pong?
Hi, I'm David Vito. Wait, are you telling me we're going to be playing the Dry Campus version of Beer Pong today? All of that and much more as End of the Bench starts now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Follow us on Twitter at MCCEOTB. Grab a copy of The Globe featuring our sports writer, David Vito, and listen to us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on Radio SLCC for EOTB Uncut, where we bring you the content that can't make the TV show. Stooping to their level may involve a shovel. Welcome your co-hosts, Valdez and Vito.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back inside the studio as David and I are ready to bring you the coolest show since, well, ever.
Coolest show, well, since ever, you said, right? Something like that. I agree with you, Jesse. I can't wait to start another edition of End of the Bench right here. On today's show, it's National Beer Pong Day. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to beat this guy to my right in a classic game of Dry Campus Beer Pong. I can't wait to beat you down.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I think this guy is just all talk.
No.
But moving forward, we don't want to hear from David anymore. Moving forward, you may have noticed the hashtags visible on the right side of your screen. Make sure to join the conversation by using these unique hashtags. You may also have noticed the SLCC Bruins for sports on campus, as well as our shows such as On the Line.
One of the best segments I love doing on the show.
And Ball Never Lies.
You know, playing some hoops on the show is always fun.
And of course, Slick Lies on the Fly.
Yeah, trying to get a couple people to phone with a couple sports questions, that's always fun to do as well.
And the all-new one, SLCC Pong.
It's going to be used later today on the show where, you know, like I said, it's going to have fun playing a little game of classic beer pong today.
So we're talking about these new hashtags. What do you think about them? Trying to get people involved to watch the show and interact, right?
Yeah, one of the best parts about the hashtags is to try to get people more involved using the social media outlets. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because a lot of people, you're like, when you think of hashtags, the first thing that came to my mind is Twitter. Nowadays, it's all about the Facebook game, and everyone's using hashtags here and there. So make sure you guys use the hashtag EOTB throughout the whole show, and all the other hashtags that we're going to be doing on the new segments today, especially SLCC Pong.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, the hashtags, getting them on the show and to try to get people interacting with it. But David, let's start things off today with some softball. I've been hearing some good things about the women's softball team. What can you tell us?
The women's softball team, Jesse, is making some noise on Bruins Field at Taylorsville campus as they captured the #1 rankings in the latest NJCAA in the latest rankings in the NJCAA this past week. Now, freshman outfielder Ray Gale has been named SWAC Player of the Week for her outstanding play on the field this past weekend. Then, freshman pitcher Elijah Hakeem was named the SWAC Pitcher of the Week for her play against the Coyotes. Now, this weekend, the Bruins were in action on the field where they went 3-1 over College Southern Nevada as their defense was really outstanding, Jesse. Allowed only 3 runs in their 3 victories as they extended their winning record to 37-7 on the year. Now, there's still time to come out and support the softball team before they head out to a region tournament, as they will play their season finales on May 1st and 2nd to end the regular season, as they will be honoring Norma Carr to put her name on the softball field.
So that's going to be awesome to see too. The cool thing is they're actually naming the field after her because she's been here for 20-something years, if that. So it's going to be really cool to see.
Yeah, and it is with softball kicking up and heating up here with region play coming on, Jesse. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the baseball team and how they are performing this year?
Well, let me tell you about the baseball team. They have hit a rough patch late in the season as they fell to College of Southern Nevada for 3 straight losses on the road. Now the Bruins will look to bounce back at home with their final 3 home games of the year before their season finale in Idaho. Hopefully, baseball can get back on the winning track before the region tournament. In other news, the volleyball team will be saying goodbye to 5 sophomores as they will be heading to Cal State, Florida A&M, Martin University, Hope University, and Southern Illinois, which in fact our program manager Allison went to. So for more information on the players and their selections on where they're going, visit slccbruins.com. And for the latest news and notes on the softball team, check out David's latest story in the Globe around campus or online at slccglobe.com.
Now, Jesse, the softball team and baseball team have been playing really good this year. I know the baseball team started out really sluggish to start the year on a losing streak, but the softball team being ranked number one right now is really good to see how them playing. We got to go out and watch a couple games this year, and they're a really talented team.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch because not only they're number 1 ranked, but these guys, I mean, they're getting into it. In the dugout, you hear them clapping, chanting, you know, trying to put the other team off edge. And I mean, it kind of seems to really work because, I mean, number 1 ranked, can't ask for any better than that.
Yeah, and they've been sitting at number 2 for a while now. They've been just itching to get that number 1 seed, and a big series coming up to end the regular season where it's number 1 ranked team taking on number 3. Definitely want to come out and support the Bruins this year.
Go support. But let's go ahead and switch gears and move into the bloopers reel of all the fun times here on the show. Welcome to End of the Bench. I'm your host, Jesse Valdez, alongside with David Vito. Tell us, David Vito, a little bit about End of the Bench and how we're kind of bringing it back.
First off, Jesse, welcome to a new and improved End of the Bench right here. See, it feels good being the second episode of End of the Bench today. Got a lot of hot topics to discuss today. What are we going to get into?
Well, we're going to, oh man. Sorry, I messed up.
A lot of great topics we have on hand today. What are we going to get into?
Well, on today's show, we're going to discuss on the campus. Oh my gosh. Can't do it. I messed up again.
What did you think of those top plays, Jesse?
You know what was so cool about those top plays? They were like in close and personal, man. I mean, what was so cool about them? I did not hear you.
Yeah.
I heard him say something in the mic, but I didn't hear you.
I was just going with the prompter.
Yes, that is exciting. Yeah. Exciting to talk about that. I'm sorry, the prompter wasn't going the whole time. And I know these fans, Seattle fans are mad because they're like, we had this game in the bag. New England ended up winning it because they got that interception. Game over, they're taking the trophy. What? Oh, we can't say that? David, it looks like we were wrong about the game, man. All right.
It's noon. Yeah. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Do you think we can do one more? And this is like, through the whole thing, the final one.
The End of the Bench, I'm Jesse Valdez. Today is National Tell Fairy Tale Day. David, do you like fairy tales?
Not right now. Oh. Wait, hang on.
Are you choking on that?
Hey, you need help.
Are you good?
You need help,
Can you talk?
God.
Only if we were recording.
Wait.
Fluff it like that, man. Or throw it at the camera.
All right, let's go. Thank you for making us part of your day. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at MCC
EOTB.
Exactly. I can't. This is just too funny of a show right now. I mean, you're on the line, you're getting crazy, but you know what? I'm Jesse Valdez. Thanks for watching the all-new and revamped End of the Bench.
We had to run that part back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had communication. So when you're doing
30 seconds. Okay. Okay. I was seeing hand signals, so I was like, oh, I think.
I was
Yeah,
going. I don't know. The prompter. I don't know if it slowed down because we stopped talking. First off, Jesse, I can't believe how the things we've been through so far, the bloopers we've done, and you know what? This is the second bloopers package we've done. And last time you messed up a ton, but some reason when we get in the studio, it seems like I messed up a little bit more.
Well, I know it was funny. It was pretty funny seeing you struggle with the pink wig. You're over there like dying in the corner, and they got it recorded, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, it was.
I couldn't breathe that day, man.
Yeah, we'll have to get that wig back on.
Shout out to Brooke for letting us use that wig for sure on that. But now everyone is seeing some of our slips and spills on the show. Man, that's kind of embarrassing in my eyes. Let's take a look at some of the best moments of End of the Bench.
Today we're talking everything sports here at SLCC on an all-new and revamped End of the Bench. Welcome to End of the Bench. I'm Jesse Valdez. David, April Fool's Day is here. Are you ready to play some pranks?
Hi, I'm David Vito. Wait, are you telling me this whole show hasn't been a joke from the start? I'm David Vito. Jesse, today is National Look-alike Day. Has anyone ever said you look like someone famous?
Hi, I'm David. The guy with the cool beard.
I'm Jesse Valdez, and today is National Tell a Fairy Tale Day. David, you like fairy tales or what?
Hi, I'm David Vito. And fairy tales? We talk about fairy tales. I just hope we have a good show today. End of the Bench starts now.
Welcome to End of the Bench. I'm your host, Jesse Valdez, alongside with David Vito.
Jesse, how you doing, man? It feels good to be bringing End of the Bench back here to Salt Lake Community College after it's had some time away from the TV.
Exactly. So let's. It's an older show, but we're bringing it back, trying to revamp it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the games and the events and what's it going to involve.
Women's volleyball, men's and women's basketball, plus softball and baseball. We're going to try to get coaches, players, everyone to join us right here on End of the Bench, and I'm excited to get this thing going. With the success we've had here at Salt Lake Community College with just the men's basketball alone, think about the players we had. A Hall of Fame NBA player, Gary Payton, his son, Gary Payton II, heads off to Oregon State after a tremendous season here at Salt Lake Community College. Ty Corbin, his son, Terrell Corbin, played here alongside Gary Payton II as well. Two big names and two ties with NBA players, and we're still not drawing crowds that I think they want to draw here at Salt Lake Community College.
And it's like what you're saying, it's not necessarily about whether we're doing good, whether we're doing bad, it's just we're not getting noticed. And I know students want to be a part of this school and get rid of that stereotype where people just come and go.
Now it's back to business, where the women's basketball team's spring break started a bit later than the rest of ours as they traveled out to Kansas. David, why don't you tell us how they did chasing the chase for the national championship?
They defeated AAS College 58-57. After that thrilling way to kick off the tournament, the Lady Bruins tripped up in the next round as they fell to Iowa Western Community College 57-46. As their chase to a national championship came to an end. Now, Jesse, that bus ride home had to be a tough one for the Lady Bruins after the success they had this year.
I know, that would have been, you're telling us 58-57. That would have been one of the most amazing games to watch. Now, it was unfortunate that, of course, they lost to, who was it again they lost to?
They lost to Iowa Western Community College.
So that's kind of a loss right there, and it kind of sucks, but we had a great team, and they had a great season. We can't take that away from them.
The Bruins are playing great basketball, led by their head coaches, Todd Phillips and Betsy Spector. We had the opportunity to catch up with both coaches and ask them about the success they're having so far at Bruins Arena. The next interview I had with Norma Carr, me and you guys sit down with a legend. I had the opportunity to sit down with a couple of the key members from the women's basketball team. Our next guest, he knows a thing or two about football as well. Again, he made his debut right here at Sundance at South City campus. And now he's making his debut with us on End of the Bench.
As we bring you the top 5 plays from the year.
Bruin Football, brought to you by Sports Rally, a club here on campus. For the past 4 seasons, the Bruins have been playing in the Utah Tackle Football League. Yeah, that's right, fully geared up, going against competitive teams and talented players. We will end the show with a new segment called On the Line with David, where I place David Vito into the hot seat and see if he can answer these questions correctly. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's begin now. Pac-Man versus Floyd Money Mayweather.
They're gonna fight, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be May 5th. And if I recall the last episode, I said Mayweather, Pacquiao, get in the ring and fight right now.
I don't think I heard that, but okay, we'll
We're
go
not
with
checking
it.
the film.
What is your thoughts of the Utah Utes?
Utah Youth, how sweet it is, they're saying here in Salt Lake City, as they're led by their head coach, Coach K. They're calling him Larry K. As they're in the Sweet 16, they're up against Duke coming up next. Can they beat Duke? Duke, yes they can, but will they is another question.
NFL draft first pick.
Mariota or Winston's the two names coming out. Mariota coming out of Oregon, Winston out of Florida State. The Bucs are on the clock with the number 1 pick. I think they take Winston, number 1 overall. He's more NFL ready.
Awesome. All right, bonus question. Tell us about the Utah Grizzlies in the playoff games.
The Utah Grizzlies are in the tight race right now. They lost to the Idaho Steelheads the other night, but now they're running in the playoffs with only 3 points ahead of the Alaska Aces with only 8 games left to play. It's gonna be tough. I think they will make the playoffs though.
All right. How is we're done. Actually, we're done now. Like we got it right there. So, but we got it right there. Let's keep going. We're gonna put Mr. Vito under the hot spot again and see how many swishes he can get. All right, you ready here?
I think so.
Here we go. Let's see what you can hit. You don't need to be so close, man. You're cheating. All right. Oh man. Yeah, you're off.
It's pretty awesome to see all the crazy things we've done on End of the Bench, and it really shows about all the hard work that's really paid off, Jesse.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we brought the show back and we kind of changed things up a bit, but it's been cool and it's been an awesome opportunity to be able to do all this kind of stuff, and I can't wait to see what else we got in store, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of things we've done. We've really switched it up from where it was, I think, but we've always kept the sports aspect of the show because we're the only source of your sporting, SLCC sporting events is right here on End of the Bench, you can say. And the things we've done, the segments we've done has always been fun to do here, and it's pretty crazy looking back at some of the other people, what they've done as well.
Awesome, yes, it's been a great ride. Well, it's almost that time again. As we end the show, we have to thank a ton of people for all the help on the show as they helped make us look better than we actually are.
Definitely, huh?
Thanks for making EOTB a part of your day. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at MCC EOTB and check us out on SLCC TV cable channel 17.
Yeah, don't forget, if you miss any of our past shows, you can always find them on vimeo.com/SLCC Voices. You can even revert back to seeing our interview with Norma Carr, where we sat down with her as her retirement is, and they're going to be putting a name on Bruins Field this coming weekend. Until then, I guess I'll be whooping Jesse in a game of beer pong. As always, thank you guys for watching End of the Bench with David Vito and Jesse Valdez.
All right.
You ready?
All right, you ready for this, David, right here? All right, here we go. Got it. Kick these down. Bam. Ready? I'll go first. Oh, like that, dude? You like that? That's sweet, right?
That was terrible, dude.
Go ahead, drink it up, man. Drink it up. Oh. Oh. Yeah, now you're gonna piss off Allison. Oh my gosh, you're the BP champ here.
That's all we got here. That's all we got over here, man.
Yeah, you don't even clean it off. Trying to get Allison to kill us.
You need a mess over here, Jesse.
Man, who's the best basketball player, me or you? 'Cause
You need a mess over here, dude.
we, I don't know how I ended up reading your part.